Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking about the Brightline Aventura station, currently under construction here off West Dixie Highway, parallel to Aventura Mall. It's a lot of cool stuff to check out. I got aerial views of it for you guys, and we're going to talk a little more about what the station will offer and its plans for the very near future. Currently, the high-speed train services 3 stops in South Florida, with many more planned in the future. There's one in downtown Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. By the way, I have 2 videos where I ride Brightline, so if you want, after this video, go check them out. I'll link it down in the description and somewhere in the box towards the end. The company is looking to add more stops locally in South Florida, such as Aventura, Boca Raton, both of which are currently under construction, and someday Port Miami. So, Aventura Station. It broke ground in fall of 2020, but like everything else that year, there were setbacks due to the coronavirus pandemic, which ultimately delayed construction. But now construction is moving full steam ahead, and there's even a road closure to prove it. They have closed this part of West Dixie Highway to allow construction equipment to move in and out without traffic interrupting. When complete this fall, the Brightline Aventura station will feature 17,500 square feet of space, 240 parking spaces, and a pedestrian bridge. Actually, the complete plan includes 2 pedestrian bridges. One across West Dixie Highway, which will be the first because it connects the station to the actual platform where you board. Then there's plans to add a massive pedestrian bridge across Biscayne Boulevard to provide seamless connectivity to Aventura Mall. Because at the moment, if you were to get off at the station, good luck crossing 10 lanes of traffic. Actually, good luck getting to the mall at all. Because of the tracks, I couldn't even find a nearby opening to cross Biscayne. And did I mention that Aventura Mall is the 5th largest mall in the United States? So it only makes sense to 1, build a station right across from Aventura Mall, and 2, build a direct path to it. So far at the station, we can see escalators inside one of 2 of what's called a vertical circulation tower. This is where you'll find the escalators and elevators. Towards the west of the station, we can see where the 240 space parking lot will be. There's also going to be a county bus stop and a rideshare pickup drop-off area. I don't see Brightline adding their bike rental service called Bright Bike, because this area honestly is not bike friendly. It's just like streets and cars and no like dedicated bike lanes. I mean, you could technically bike, but I wouldn't do it. If you enjoy living, don't do that. Starting to the south of the station, the main entrance will lead you to the ticketing and security area. From there, you'll be greeted with the general waiting area or the premium lounge if you've booked a premium ticket. Again, check my Brightline experience video to learn more about all the perks of premium. The northern side of the building will have areas not accessible to travelers. This is space for baggage handling as well as offices. Over across the tracks is where the 860-foot long platform will be. This is where you will end up after crossing West Dixie Highway on the short enclosed pedestrian bridge. We can see canopies have already been erected to shade travelers from the scorching summer sun. Alright, before I close this video, I have a question. We all know this is cool stuff, right? This is all cool stuff, but let's think the bigger picture. Orlando and Tampa appear to be the end game for Brightline here in Florida. So, they don't have any cost yet. There's no pricing for smart or premium class. But the rumored cost I heard was $100 one way to Orlando. Now, that rumor does not specify whether that's premium or their lower tier smart. That said, I want you guys to let me know if that cost is too much for you to trade your car and go with Brightline to Orlando. Because obviously you have to factor in how much it's going to cost you with gas, and even so, depending on what car you have. My car in this economy, probably $50 to fill it up. So $50 going there and then $50 coming back down to Miami. Put it at $100 round trip with gas. That is half of what I gave you with the rumored pricing for Brightline to Orlando. But in my opinion, and this is where I want you guys to weigh in the comments, there's something about driving myself, and I'm going to list the pros and cons. The pros of driving myself is that once I get to Orlando, I have my car. I can pretty much go anywhere I want with my car, park anywhere I want, stuff like that. Brightline, I'm going to have to get off in Orlando, and I believe the stop is at the airport, and then initially they're going to go somewhere down the line. I know they got rid of Disney Springs, but they're going to have another station somewhere towards the more touristy theme park areas. But once you get off, I mean, you're going to have to rely on public transit, Ubers, Lyft, stuff like that to get around unless someone's picking you up over in Orlando. Now, the cons of driving yourself is you've got to deal with traffic. You got to risk getting a speeding ticket because you have a heavy foot, or you have to risk getting into a car accident. Stuff like that. I think that getting on Brightline, it just eliminates those worries. It's on the train tracks, so you're not going to have anybody interrupting you unless some knucklehead decides to drive on the tracks and not move. But you can kick back, relax, put on a TV show, a movie on your laptop. You don't have to pull over for a restroom break because you can just get up because there's a restroom in every train car. They offer food and, well, I wouldn't call it food. It's more like snacks now, chips, candy, chocolate. So I'm also curious, for a 3-hour trip, how much will they offer? Clearly, there's got to be more filling food for everybody. So I'm curious to see what they're going to offer the Smart members and the premium customers. But other than that, yeah, let me know in the comments. Would you prefer to drive to Orlando or take Brightline to Orlando? And I believe it's the same, kind of the same amount of time. I think driving is like 3.5, depending where you leave from South Florida. For me, it's been about just a little over 3 hours, and Brightline will take about 3 hours as well. So let me know in the comments. It all comes down to preference. Let me know if you'd rather trade in your car for a Brightline trip to Orlando. Would you drive there? Would you rely on Brightline? Stuff like that. Makes you think. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be sure to check out my Brightline videos. There's 2 of them. I will link it down in the description, or you could click somewhere in the box here. And, oh, there's Brightline. Speaking of Brightline. Jesus, it's so fast. Good timing. Good way to wrap up the video. I didn't know it went that fast. I shot it with the aerial from the drone. You guys saw the clip. But seeing it this close. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.